Hey there! I am really excited to show you this easy modern outdoor bar. It has a really simple minimalistic design and is easy to build. Plus, the lumber was only about $70. It is the perfect outdoor standalone bar, or you could even put it indoors if you like. Let's get started. I started by cutting all my boards to length. As always, you can find a link to the plans with the cut list and step-by-step instructions in the description below. Be sure to use kiln-dried lumber. I had to go to a local lumber yard in order to get some. I wanted to get really clean lines, so I went ahead and ripped off the rounded edges on my board using my table saw. It is a totally optional step and the plans do not take this account. So if you do decide to do this, be sure to make adjustments to the other dimensions accordingly. Once all the boards were ready, I sanded them smooth. Then I took them over and made my pocket holes. Since this is 1.5 inch thick material, the crack jig is set at that thickness. I have a full tutorial on how to use a crack jig linked above. It is finally time to assemble. I started by assembling both the legs first. This is basically the 2x4 leg and the 2x6 slats. I used a scrap piece of 2x6 as a spacer and I attached each slat to one leg. I am using 2.5 inch pocket hole screws. Then I just went ahead and added the other leg. Once I built both the side legs, I realized that I had forgotten to make pocket holes in the top slats to attach to the top. No worries, I busted out my Craig 320. I love this little guy because it makes it really easy to make pocket holes. Be sure to check out my tutorial on how to use this linked below as well. Once all the pocket holes were done, it was time to assemble the rest of the frame. I added the long front slats using the same technique as I did for the other side legs. After attaching to one side, I went ahead and attached the other side as well. At this point, this thing was so heavy that I had to get some help to pick it off of the table. Now let's talk about the countertop and shelves. The top shelf is a little wider than the bottom shelf. To achieve this, I attached a 2x6 to a 2x12 using pocket hole screws. Then I went ahead and built the top bar. This was pretty straightforward as well. Now it's time to put it together. This thing was so heavy, so I assembled it outside in the backyard where it needed to go anyways. First, to attach the countertop, I placed it upside down, followed by the leg frame. Once I measured and made sure all the sides were evenly spaced, I went ahead and attached it. For the next shelf, I used scrap 2x4s to prop up the shelf and make it easy to attach. The bottom shelf actually ended up being a little bit tricky to attach. I had originally planned to use my right angle clamp through the slats, but there wasn't enough space to get the clamp through. So I had to use my knee to prop it up while I got the first pocket hole screws in. Then I aligned all the sides and attached with pocket hole screws. And then I decided to pick it up all by myself. Can you guess if I made it? Well, yeah, I kinda did. I am so ready for summer parties. Very, very soon, hopefully. Until then, watch one of these videos and build a few more things. And don't forget to hit subscribe.